Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Press Box. Brian Carson here. I am flying solo tonight. My co-host Kenny Varner. I guess Belfont's getting hit with really heavy storms, tornado watch. That was supposed to hit us, but I believe we got lucky and most of it passed us here in Lewistown. But tonight, my guest, radio personality, sports historian, David Burman, all the way from Chester, PA. How's it going, Dave?
Everything's good. It's hard to believe. Me and my honey, we've been gone from up there 9 years. 9 full sports seasons. I go by sports seasons, bro.
Yeah. Well, we were talking before we went on. Your honey went to West Snyder.
Yes.
And Midwest had a run in softball, but she didn't want to celebrate it because that ain't West Snyder, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of funny because it started Midwest became West Snyder. Wait, time out. West Snyder and Middleburg.
Middleburg.
Summer of 2004.
Yes.
First year, 2004-05, because me and Bob Hauer did on CHX did a play-by-play. We covered the baseball team that year with Matt Wright. They made a run to the state quarterfinals, if you remember. Matt Wright senior year, and then ironically lost to Springfield Delco from Delaware County. How do you like that? That was at the AAA level. I think that was the first year we had 4 classes in baseball. But yeah, the first 2 years in soccer, the first years 73 and 74 was West Snyder and back-to-back Midwest in soccer. But yeah, a lot tougher these days. But still, yeah, just I'm glad to see the softball team did very well. It was so close to having them against Juniata in the semifinals, right, in the AAA softball.
Yeah.
And great job for them, Craig. But just another heartbreak, Brian. Just another.
Yeah, I know. 1-0 again. I mean, it's terrible when you have Liz Gazer striking out 21 batters. 21, and you don't win. But I don't know if you saw that. She was named Pennsylvania Pitcher of the Year.
Yeah, AAA, right?
Yeah, and then Reagan Lowry and Lexi France were all-stars.
Pretty impressive. What a job Craig Bubb did first year. Second year as he was assistant last year.
Yeah.
And just
him and Jack, yeah.
And you still wonder today, how could Mifflin County, just let those guys go? You know what I mean? Their softball program. So but it is what it is. They're thriving now, and great job. And they lose Liz, but who knows what the road will hold for them down the road. So yeah, and also now we'll focus on Mifflin County. Softball got into the district. Well, they were in the district championship and then lost to State College, who finally got over the hump. And State College got blown out in the first round of the state.
Yeah, they did.
Wow. And that was by Erie McDowell, who, by the way, just let go another coach, Erie McDowell softball. They've done okay. I mean, they won District 10 championship.
Right.
Not that hard when you have 2 teams or 3, whatever they have in their district. But they're looking for their 4th head coach in the last 4 years. That's what I just saw from my buddy Tom Rise or whatever. But Mifflin County baseball so close. District 6 champ, 14 wins, 7 losses. It turns out. Great job, Ray Hopple, year number 1.
Yes.
Losing to Erie McDowell, who went on to win a first-round state playoff game against a strong team from suburban Pittsburgh, and only losing, I believe it was 2-0 to the eventual state champs in 6A Hempfield from Lancaster County.
Yes, you are correct.
So you got to seize the moment there. So, yeah, I know I listened to your show last week, and you guys, lot going on all over the state. We have Cal Ripken baseball. We have Little League baseball, Babe Ruth baseball. And, of course, Mifflin County Babe Ruth baseball is like everything up there.
Yeah, because of Ray Wild.
Yeah.
Poor Ray, whenever he decides to hang it up, I don't know what they're going to do in Babe Ruth because he spoiled them.
But he spoiled me, too, with all the history. And I've got the media guy that he does. And all my people down here in Delaware County, the Aston Middletowns, the Broomall Newtowns, Drexel Hill, they just envy because Babe Ruth baseball is pretty big here in Delaware County, and
Yeah.
With envy what Ray Washington, the coverage the Lewis County Sentinel does for Babe Ruth baseball. Congratulations to you and your new job. I forgot to tell my honey about it, but did you tell everybody what you're doing now?
No. I'm private like your honey. But yeah, well, I actually started back in March. I've always been writing for the Sentinel, off and on, but I edit the County Observer now.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, because that's a weekly paper, I believe.
Yeah, it's good for me because I can write stories, do that, and still contribute, because being in the wheelchair like I am, it's nice to be able to work from home.
Right. Well, you still look good to me. You and Kenny are two stuff. It was funny. You're talking about the new stadium coming. Why didn't they name it after you, Mifflin County? Carson Varner Stadium. How would that sound?
Well, when you got a guy that donated $1 million, I think his name should be on the stadium.
Who donated $1 million?
Donald Chapman, the late Donald Chapman.
Oh, man, him and his
wife, they put $1 million up.
Wow.
I hope they didn't. I hope that wasn't supposed to be private.
No, but I mean,
because I just let it out of the bag.
They owned the Waterfront Restaurant for years. We did a lot of stuff there on the radio. It's 105 podcasts, and his son Don also passed away. So
yeah, because believe it or not, Varner Carson couldn't put $1 million up.
So that's going to be an unbelievable stadium. So as I said, Mifflin County Sports, you guys should going into your 14th year, I believe, 14th season already.
Yeah, the thing that I was like, I will be honest about this. The only thing I was not upset but disappointed in is I wanted something on the track to be named after Scott Seckler.
Oh man, well, can't they do Chapman? What is?
Because I understand, the track stadium's named after Sprecher, and it should be.
Oh, Ron. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, and
but I thought, I mean, maybe they will. Maybe something in there they'll name after Seckler.
Oh, the late great Scott Seckler. Yeah, unbelievable. Just it's so sad, but I like they have a Hall of Fame up there now. What, 3 years already? You have a Mifflin County Hall of Fame, Sports Hall of Fame.
Yep.
And you need to be inducted in there. I know you're.
Oh, I'm not going to get inducted.
Who was covered sports longer than you in Mifflin County, Pennsylvania?
Nobody but Ray.
Right, but you covered all kinds of stuff. So
since Bob doesn't do it anymore, yeah, I'm the old man now.
Yeah, well, I'd love to see Howard in there too, but it's up to whatever. What do they have, a board? They have a board?
Yes.
Okay, in our Delaware County Sports Hall of Fame, people have to be nominated on our website, and you put the information in, and it goes to a voting. So I don't know if they do it up there.
Well, I think but the board doesn't nominate. You can nominate anybody, and then the committee, they have a special committee that decides who gets in.
Okay, so a lot there so far. So yeah, so I saw that Mifflin County Little League 10U, correct? There's 12U, which is the group that goes to South Williamsport for the World Series. Then you have the 11U, and then the 10U. Mifflin County has a team that won their District 5, right?
Yeah.
They won that championship, and now they're in the second. And you don't have any updates on that to see where they're playing? Or
no, if anybody knows, let me know in the comments.
Well, yeah.
I have no idea where they're playing at.
Okay, so the comments, we both can see the comments on the show here tonight?
Yeah, I'll put them up if somebody does.
Okay, yeah. So, well, good luck. Now, the big thing, Babe Ruth baseball. So, this is hard to believe. Mifflin County made their 53rd appearance in a Babe Ruth championship game. But they lost to our team down here, Broomall Newtown, 10-0 in the 14U championship. Mifflin County has won 25 state championships, Babe Ruth baseball, a record by far. Again, the 53 appearances and 28 state runner-ups. They are now, two of the teams are still, despite the losses, are going to the regional tournament, Mid-Atlantic Regional, and Mifflin County, 35 appearances in Mid-Atlantic Regional baseball. So there's still a shot for a couple of your teams to go to the World Series. 6 Mifflin County have gone to the World Series. You know, right?
Yeah.
15-year-olds in 2002, they ended up 5th place. And that was my first summer working here. Lewistown just won the baseball state championship that year. Ray Hopple, assistant coach, Bell, and you were all over that. You and Frank.
Yeah.
And I get there in late July, and all of a sudden I hear about this Babe Ruth thing, and it was awesome, man. It was, we just did everything by phone. It was so Mifflin County 2002 World Series in the Babe Ruth. The 15-year-olds, 5th place. 2004, they 5th place, 15-2. 2016, they didn't get back to 12 years later. They won the World Championship. You remember that summer?
Yes.
8 years ago already. 2018 World Series runner-ups, 15U. By the way, the 2016, 13U. 2021 World Series runner-ups again at 15U. And then 2022, 2 years ago, 5th place in the 14. So, yeah, another program in the state is our Broomall Newtown down here. 6 trips to the World Series, 2 World Championships, same summer, 2014. So, yeah, it's amazing. Mifflin County has the 15U have won 12 state championships. Last one, 2018. 14U with 3. Last one, though, believe it or not, 2013. And 13U, the last one, 2021, 3 summers ago.
Yeah, there's no doubt we got a rich tradition in Babe Ruth baseball up here.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
I
mean, you got the all-time winningest team in Pennsylvania, Babe Ruth, and Bill Corbin's the all-time wins leader in Pennsylvania as a manager.
I love those guys, and a lot of people still ask, how's those 2 old head guys doing? The guys from Delco asked about. I said Ray Wild, Bill Corbin. I said, what? They've been single forever. Their whole life is Babe Ruth baseball.
Yeah, I have not seen Bill, and Ray's been over to the house lately. I haven't seen Bill in a long time.
Did you get Ray on Facebook yet? Does he know how to work? Does he?
Yeah, he won't do it. I've asked him. He won't do it.
How about email? Does he have an email?
Yeah, it's just not his way to,
right?
But he's about promoting the league and the kids more than himself.
Exactly. And this is I still don't understand. It's a very good feeder program for the Mifflin County High School baseball. And it's tough up there. Yeah, you have one team in that city, and you don't have many private schools around. But there's St. Joe's. That's a private school that they might have some Mifflin County kids here. But it's dog eat dog. The best kids make the team up there. You know what I mean? It's got to scrap and scrape to make no matter what sport it is. And wrestling, especially wrestling's real tough. You got guys that could start for other programs, don't you?
Yeah, it's elimination. 13 weights. That's it. And I think part of it is why you're seeing numbers go down. One, sports are tough. A lot of young people today, not that I'm busting on them, don't want to put that much work in. Plus, wrestling, there's only 13 kids. That's it. And a lot of them don't want to sit on the bench and wait. So,
right. Well,
low turnout.
What Ray Hopple did this year, it looked like he had about 25 kids. He had like 20, JV and varsity, and it looked like he was playing like 20. Good. Get a lot of opportunities, a lot of bench strength.
Yep.
And it was a nice move. And the parents have to, and I say it to the people down here in Delco, Philly, parents got to leave these coaches alone. It's tough enough to coach the kids, but leave them alone and let them do their job. I feel about it.
Well, there's always been. You're always going to have that. You're always going to have, uh, you know, parents that think they're better coaches than the coaches. That's just life.
Helicopter parents, and what they need to do, they're gonna go behind the coach's back. I'm sure wherever it is, all over the place, probably happening up at a down softball program. But the thing is, you got to have the school board and the school district support the coaches, especially these guys with winning records. Guys, you just can't believe.
Well, most of the time I can say that. Most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, Mifflin County, the school board, and Tish, the AD, Tish McClay, they support the coaches big time. Big time.
So, yeah, good. I want to run down the Babe Ruth state champs this year.
Go for it.
All right, 16U. So it used to be 15U, but they added the 16-year-olds can play now.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm no Ray Wild, but I can give you, stuff like this. 16U was West End at Williamsport, blasted our media team 16-1. And media had a lot of kids that go to Penncrest High School, but they had a few other kids that go to the big-time private schools around here, like Malvern Prep, Haverford School, Episcopal Academy. So that's an impressive win for West End. Now, what West End does, they spread out their kids up there, Montoursville High School, Williamsport,
South Williamsport,
Loyal Sock. So congrats to West End. 14-year-old division was at Broomall Newtown feeder program. Most of those kids stay at Marple Newtown High School, which is the only Delaware County high school to win a state championship in baseball, believe it or not, 2018. And they beat Mifflin County. Kind of a shocker, I thought, 10-0 in the championship last night, 14U. 13U, a big story. The first city of Philadelphia team to win a Babe Ruth baseball state championship against 13U, Roxborough. You remember our buddy Frank Yost?
Yeah.
Frank, he's still up there, Mifflin County. He worked on 6105 radio with me for a long time. Then he was with the Sentinel, I believe,
Sentinel.
for a while. He's from Roxborough. Excuse me. So Roxborough won the championship, beating West End. But they spread those kids out, Roxborough kids, those kids on that team, they're going to be going to all kinds. Because the Philadelphia Public League really struggles in baseball and softball at the high school level. So these kids are going to be going to private schools.
Cool.
So now, what do you want to focus on? What focus on spring sports is right around the corner. What, 5 weeks away from scrimmage?
Yeah, we got football coming. A lot of changes here in Mifflin County land. They're down to 5A. The
Right.
Mid-Penn completely realigned the conferences.
Well, McDevitt.
And how brutal it always was, but is the Commonwealth now. You have McDevitt, Cedar Cliff, Harrisburg, State College, Cumberland Valley, Central Dauphin. I mean, that's murder's row, man.
Don't forget those legendary Altoona Mountain Lions.
And the Mountain Lions. That's a tough conference.
Exactly. District 6, so in District 6A, with Mifflin County dropping to 5A, District 6 only has 2 6A teams. State College and Altoona that are going to meet every year in the District 6 championship.
Same in 5A, because I believe Central Mountain went down to 4A, so you only have Hollidaysburg and Mifflin County.
Hollidaysburg, now Mifflin County, if they still have that 500 rule, then they're going to probably – Hollidaysburg needs to play somebody. You can't have 3 weeks off, but that's happened to them before.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. They need to move. I would put Hollidaysburg District 7, the District 7 5A tournament. I'd put Mifflin County, State College, and Altoona qualify through District 3 like they do for field hockey and for lacrosse. So why don't they do that, Brian?
I don't know. Do you think the PIAA will eventually do this? I'll give you an example why. I was hearing a lot from the District 6 wrestling from the coaches that said they were going to, they want the PIAA wants, now double A's big. They're not going to touch that, but they want to move District 6 AAA into District 3.
How many, there's more wrestling teams, but how many, what?
In District 6, there's 7.
Oh, that's not bad.
I know, but they are scared. The District 6 coach is not scared, but the PIAA wants to move them into District 3.
Well, that'd be a lot of teams, wouldn't it?
Yeah, a lot of teams.
Then they have to add more teams. They'd have to add more teams,
to
qualify for the states. But yeah, obviously like basketball and football, baseball, softball. You gotta put them through District 3. But in the Erie teams, they only have 2 teams out there, 6A, McDowell and Erie High. They need to put them through District 7.
I agree.
An hour away, but it gives these teams.
You got to have a district should mean something, and to have just 2 teams, I don't care what district it is, 6, 10. You're right. To have 2 teams in it the same every year, there's no excitement in that.
I know, especially with 6A schools, 5A schools, they're in the larger classes. They should be able to move in. But I guess the only thing that at least the District 6 champ still has to that play-in game with District 10. So it is another game. So if you want to look at it, it's basically District 6.
Because they have the play-in.
So that would be a combined. Well, now just 4 teams, 5 teams, which is still very, very small for 2 combined districts. But whatever, just take for what it is. And, Mifflin County football, they lost a lot of guys from last year. Tell us how they are looking. And hopefully, now you did one interview with Coach Bree from Mifflin County, right?
Yeah, I mean, on here. I haven't done them on here. I want to try to get them on. I've interviewed him plenty of times at the Husky hotline.
Oh, okay. Because the one interview, he was walking around with a cell phone and I couldn't understand him. It'd be nice to, I remember that one interview. It was kind of frustrating trying to watch that. As I want to call him Willie. Willie's dad. Shane. And so he's in his 3rd year already, isn't he?
Yes. And, they did lose a ton. They lost Deacon Schaefer, their all-time leading rusher. Landon Eichhorn, their all-time leading passer. They lost Parker Kearns, their leading receiver. But they had some good young players last year. The offensive line was young and got better as the season went on. Landon Haig is a heck of a receiver, young receiver. I think the only thing they got to do, there's Chase Hartung, Fletcher Wilson. They got to figure out their quarterback situation, but they should be okay. They should be decent.
Yeah, because again, the schedule's a little bit easy, and so 5A. It's interesting. Some schools like Roman Catholic, they're 6A basketball, but then they dropped to 5 football 4 years ago. So it is kind of weird. I don't know how the numbers go with that, but so it'll be interesting to follow this year. And how's Juniata football? They're still 4A?
Yeah, they haven't missed a beat since Kurt Kondo, Gary Klingensmith's longtime assistant, took over. They've been in state playoffs now like 34 straight years.
Yeah, that's I don't think they have much competition in District 4 either.
No. They got Bellefonte, Johnstown. Now they're going to have Central Mountain down there.
But some of these teams don't even have any wins, and they still advance.
Well, Johnstown was 0-10.
And they still went to the district.
Bellefonte was like 2-9.
It's like Altoona softball. And I think they didn't go this year. Or maybe they did. Yeah, they went again, so whatever. But so Mifflin County football, any other changes with the program you see? Last year, Mitchell Field.
Yeah, we're going to get into that new big stadium next year. But I think it's going to be. It'll be fun for the fans to go. It's a nostalgic time. It's going to be the last go round for Mitchell Field, and it should be. Mitchell Field was great in its time. It's legendary. It is, but its time has passed. We had Mitchell Field the way it was. We had, honestly, it was embarrassing for Mifflin County compared to other places in the Mid-Penn that you go to.
No doubt about it. So, yeah, nice to have the new field, and we'll take it from there. Now, field hockey will be competitive. They usually are. County field hockey coming up. Then you had the soccer. The boys have just continued to struggle. The girls had a decent year. Won a district championship a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they had so many girls leave for graduation that last year it was more of a grow, rebuild kind of thing. Yeah, the boys soccer has had some serious problems. Field hockey should be decent. Football be decent. What else do we got?
Cross country.
Cross country is going to be really weird for me.
Why is that?
No Greg Lote.
Oh, was he? He was a longtime coach.
Oh yeah, and I guess what I heard is he stepped down. He decided to not do it anymore, and so they're the kind of team they got good young runners. You know, they have some kids that'll be all right, districts and that, but you know. As a team, it's hard to compete. As a team, it's hard to compete with Altoona and State College, especially State College in cross country.
Yeah.
I mean,
you got girls volleyball who they got to pick up the schedule a little bit. That'll help. I mean, nice year. You know, the schedule is not that strong.
What stinks is they finally made the playoffs and then their coach left.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
I'm way. Was there anything in the paper about this stuff?
Was one that turned. I don't know. She turned them around and she's gone. Hopefully, you know what Dakota Hirschberger, Riley Hine, and these kids did will get more girls out for volleyball. I think it will. Yeah. And hopefully they're competitive.
Did she go to a college? What kind of? Or did she go for another high school job?
I think it was because. Now, I could be wrong, but I think it was because she went out and got another job because her husband got relocated in his job.
Oh, okay. All right. I see that. So
yeah, anyway. It's not like she said, "The hell with Mifflin County."
Right. Yes.
But
that was exciting, you know. So, you know, they're playing at the highest level too in 3A, girls volleyball there. The Nate. Oh my gosh. How about track and field? Heartbreaker. You almost had a state champ this year.
Yeah, Carter Smith is a stud. Carter Smith is a stud.
Right, and you and I remember, and you covered his dad, Nate's.
Don't you feel old? Don't you feel? I covered it. You did too. I covered his dad when he broke the Indian Valley rushing record.
That was 2001, and then he graduated 2002.
And do you know who his uncle is? I mean, his grandpa.
And now you're getting me here because I was whose grandpa?
A great Carter Smith's grandpa. Oh. Great, excellent running back for Chief Logan.
Wow.
Back in the day.
This is unbelievable. I knew Nate is his father, and I don't know. Give me, what year was this?
I believe he played 82, 83. He was on the Chief Logan undefeated team.
What position?
Running back. Very good one.
That's his grandfather? Who is it? Donnie Sullivan?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So,
and you know why Don Sullivan is a great human being?
Why is that?
He is a Ram fan.
Oh, there you go. You're lost. Okay. So,
and then he's related. I forgot now. I'll get a kick myself. He's related to the Hart Sox.
Yeah, exactly. I think Donnie married Hart Sox
sister.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Troy's sister. So he's got that athletic blood in his bloodlines. You know.
I would look if I knew that Donnie was his. Now I know his grandparents from the other side. I know Nate Smith's mom and dad. I know that. Very nice people. I don't think they played sports in high school. That's Nate's mom and dad. Carter's grandparents from that side. Now, if I knew that, I would have gone Donnie Sullivan, and I would have looked his stuff up. So he was on that 1982 undefeated Chief Logan team, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Steve's here and those guys. Okay.
I don't know if he got 1,000 yards, but he was close.
Now you got me going here, Brian. I'm going to. Well, you'll have to. I wish they had more archives. Somebody's got these archives somewhere. Right?
John Monsell coached them.
Yeah, I remember that. He was one of my favorites back in the day for definitely. Boy, John Monsell. So that's awesome stuff, Brian. So yeah, and Donnie, tremendous official over the years. He's
football.
Yeah. Now, why doesn't Carter play? I think Carter should play some football.
I asked Tanya, Dawn's wife, Tanya Sullivan. I said, why, with the wrestling and the football, it just doesn't have the body type. He's long and lanky, and my God, look how good he is. State champ indoors in the 800 and third outdoors, and he was only a sophomore.
Amazing. So it's just so hard to get it. Now I'm looking up Don. Okay, this is November of '83, Brian.
Like I said, I think it was 82, 83.
He was
around there.
He was first team. He was a senior in 1983-84. Donnie Sullivan.
Okay.
And they have him listed here. He was first team All Big 8 conference.
Right.
With guys like Mark Berkey, if you remember him back.
I remember Mark Berkey.
Tackle. We had on defense, Tom Yeager was on that team. John Wagner and Tom Stoiches. Tim Banks from Chief Logan. Scott Leister, our buddy. You know Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is Jim Smith Sr. It's amazing finding this right on my computer. All Big 8 conference, 1983.
Growing up where I did, Jim Smith was my best friend.
And you grew up.
I haven't seen him in a long. No, I was born here.
Oh, you're born. Okay.
I moved away my high school years. See, if I'd have stayed here, I'd have been a Chief Loganite.
Wow, that's unbelievable. So yes, Donnie Sullivan. There it is. There it is. Oh, I have a picture of him. I can't believe it. This is unbelievable. Ming goes down. Phillipsburg Osceola 12-0 for 17th straight win. There you go. They have actually a 17-game winning streak over 2 years. And there is Chase Settlein of Phillipsburg Osceola tripped up Don Sullivan, number 22. There he is. I got to save that and send it to you. Then you can send it to the Sullivans. How's that?
Awesome.
Yes.
He hasn't changed much either. The lucky bastard. I mean, he's got a little bit of gray, but he hasn't changed much.
Man, that's an epic picture right there, Brian. It's incredible. The legendary archives. I'll send you this article. It was in the Center Daily Times, Brian, and the writer was Spike Lukens. Does that ring a bell?
Wow. No, Spike Lukens does not ring a bell.
Well, how old were you in 1983?
I was Dawn's age.
Oh,
probably about 16 or so.
Okay, well there you go. That's a pretty awesome stuff. So I found that. So there you go. Good stuff there, Brian. So
yeah, Carter's.
I know that I saw Tanya. That's her name, right?
Yeah, Tanya.
Tanya. Okay, so I think she's a heart sock. I think
she was a good athlete too. Track, I think.
Okay. Well, it's sad because the Lewistown Sentinel, they don't have the archives on this newspapers.com website, but Tyrone does. I get a lot of stuff from the Tyrone Daily Herald. And remember Radio Rich?
Yeah, man. He's a good guy. You know, he's Scott Franco's cousin.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, nothing against the most recent sports writers the last 20 years at the Sentinel, but you guys were the best. You guys used to come on our morning show with the late great Larry Wise.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It was fun time. Yeah, it was a good time with me and Franco.
Yeah.
It was really a good time.
The late great Larry Wise. They were and J.C. Hammond. Remember J.C. back in the
Yes.
day?
Yeah.
Come in, and I remember doing shows. I was the afternoon guy, but those guys, and Potsy was his name. He knew so much about sports. It was unbelievable. And J.C., Pittsburgh guy. Yeah, that was a incredible. I remember meeting you at your old restaurant. You and your wife.
Yeah. That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
Jeez.
It was July or August of I think Kevin Kodish. I met him even before I moved up. I was trying to get some information about Mifflin County sports, and Kodish said, "Hey, you got to try this." Brian Carson, he was telling me about you, and you worked there, and so I went over there. What was it called again?
Maria's, after my wife.
Maria's, okay. And you were giving me some inside scoop about Mifflin County back then.
Yeah, we've known each other a long time, buddy.
Yeah, 22 years. It's unbelievable. But yeah, it's great you have this platform right here. And I've been following Mifflin on Twitter. I see updates from Mifflin County boys basketball. I don't see anything on the girls, but Wade Curry's going into I think it's fourth year already.
Yeah, year 4.
10 wins last year, District 6 runner-ups, lost by 7 to State College, who actually won a first-round state playoff game at 6A. And, got beat up by Upper St. Clair in the second round. But I see his son, Jack Curry, is working hard. And they lose to Bilger. Is it Bilger?
Bilger.
Bilger, the 6'8" kid, and he's going to Juniata.
Yeah.
And they're going to miss him, but they're just going to have to be some bigger guys coming up. But they've been playing a lot at the Spooky Nook complex this summer. So, Wade's giving it a shot there.
I like what Wade's doing. Wade is really big on the feeder program, building it up, doing off-season work. And you're starting to see last year started to pay dividends. I mean, 10 wins? That's more than they had, in the last 4 years combined?
Yeah, they had, even the year they went to the District 6 championship, lost overtime to Altoona, where they were 2021. They were 6-15 or something like that, but they still got. And but yeah, this team I saw this year was better than them. Scrappy on defense. If they do lose some really good players, Bauer Sox, Bilger. There's another. They lost the point guard. I forget. Oh man, he was a scrappy ball player for Mifflin County. The point guard. That I know you're tied up with following them, but yeah. So they're going to be smaller, obviously. So we'll see how that turns out. Now, Mifflin County, they did lose a kid to the private school, St. Joe's Prep. They lost Jenny Cunningham's daughter, right?
Yeah, JC left last year to St. Joe's. Big loss. Mifflin County, the girls suffered a heavy graduation. Baudorf, Gingrich, and last year they struggled, but.
Yeah.
We'll see what Aaron can do. These guys, the young kids are a year older now. We'll see. But I wanted to ask you a football question.
Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, thank you, Pee Wee Duncan, for the like. You remember Pee Wee?
I know. I one of my favorites. I can't even see who's liking or commenting on here.
Pee Wee gave us a like. I need to get him a different jacket. He's always wearing that damn Eagles jacket. He needs a Ram jacket. Pee Wee, you need a Ram jacket.
Eagles 4-time NFL world champions. There you go.
Okay, are you talking about Van Bjorn and them too?
48, 49, Van Brocklin.
Okay. 48, 49.
Chuck Bednarik in
2060 with Van Brocklin.
With the game-winning touchdown, that Radner.
Oh, yeah, and then the one I forgot with Peterson.
Doug Peterson, yep, and the Philly special. Philly. My honey's favorite. She doesn't get let's just say she loves Nikki Foles, who has a nickname down there that I can't say on your program.
We won 4-2, the Rams.
What years, Brian?
45,
Okay.
51,
Right.
99. That was Super Bowl 34.
St. Louis. Okay.
And Super Bowl 56 with McVay. We beat the Bengals 2 years ago. 2 or 3.
The offensive coordinator with deep Chester, PA roots, Kevin O'Connell.
Yes, who's doing a heck of a job, I think, in Minnesota.
Yeah, his dad, Bill O'Connell, went to St. James High School in Chester. And his grandfather, Bill O'Connell, owned a bar tavern called the Hilltop. And my wife took me there for my birthday. It's not called the Hilltop anymore. It's in Glen. It is now called Ashley's. So I got to give a shout out.
Ashley's, okay.
So that's the Kevin O'Connell, the Ram connection right there to Chester, PA, and Delaware County.
We are the only team in NFL history to win a championship in 3 different cities.
Los Angeles, yeah.
1945, we were the Cleveland Rams, where they started. 1951 and 2000, when the hell was it?
You said 99.
2021 was
right.
LA, and 99 was St. Louis.
Yep, there you go. There you go. So you have you had a football question? Or did we?
Yeah. What about, they talk about St. Joe's Prep.
Yes.
And everybody recruiting.
Yeah.
What about the good job of recruiting that Harrisburg has done?
Well.
And they say public schools don't do it. Well.
Yeah, they do. They do. Now, Harrisburg situation, okay. So, Cal Everett, I guess, and just like Greg Downer down here at Lower Merion, you can't beat him, join him. Or at least try to get some kids in and do it the league way. Dresden, the running back from State College. Okay.
Yeah.
What's
Sheffy.
Sheffy.
Dante Sheffy.
Hey, Sheffy. I keep thinking he's going to be a senior, but is he a junior?
He's a junior.
He seems like he's been playing forever. All right, so he's coming down to play for Harrisburg, and they're loaded already. And then you have the kid who started at Carlisle, Mickens, who's committed to Penn State. Carlisle, then he went to Trinity. So are these kids going to be eligible for the postseason? That's the key. You get them in. Yes, they're probably going to run right through the Mid-Penn Commonwealth. And you get Marshall Fisher on your show sometime, the pride of County Central Dolphin, longtime assistant football coach. He'd have some things to say, I'm sure.
I'd like it. You have to give me his contact info.
He's on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, and Stoichev's not on Facebook, but they're pretty tight because Marshall's sons play for Central Dolphin softball. Okay? And, Stoichev's the assistant coach. So I hear from those guys a lot and their thoughts on things. But anyway, so Harrisburg, if Sheffy is eligible to play the whole season, and I don't know how State College, whatever, I don't know what it is. I hear things, but I can't repeat them on the air. But if those kids are eligible for the PIAA state tournament, my guarantee it's going to be Harrisburg, probably against St. Joe's Prep in the 6A state finals. So Harrisburg's 0 for 3. They've been the 3 state finals since 2016. And they've been beaten every time by a Philadelphia Catholic team, once by Archbishop Wood and the other 2 St. Joe.
But didn't you say a new challenger in there, Imhotep Charter, is up at 6A?
They're going to be very good. Yes, state champs last year, but they got bumped up. They really have like 3A enrollment. But look what they're trying to do to Aliquippa, the PIAA. It's sad. Yeah. But yeah, that's ridiculous. But anyway, Imhotep 6A. It'll be interesting. Now, Chester High, they're loaded, and you got it in District 1 5A. Whoever wins, let me go to 5A. Whoever wins District 1 5A, and Chester has the most talent back of all the teams. Haven won it last year, beat Chester in an unbelievable game, the District 1 championship. So they'll be right there. Bayard Rustin, Garnet Valley, they're 5A now, which is just, we can't believe that happened. But they're 5A, and they're one of the biggest schools in the district, I thought. And so whoever wins District 1 5A will play Roman Catholic, who is 5A. And that'll be the district, that'll be the PIAA state semifinals. And then the winner of that game, hopefully, will take on Mifflin County in the state finals.
We're going to be okay. I don't know if we're going to be that good.
Well,
to be in the state finals.
I know. You win District 6, unless they change it, you're going to have to run in the Erie prep. That'll be like a first round.
The play-in.
That technically a state playoff.
Yeah.
It is
okay.
Yeah. So, and you know what? You no matter who you play, unless you play maybe a District 9 team, 5A, or District 8, Pittsburgh City, if you run into a Whitfield team at 5A or Erie prep, it's going to be tough. So we'll see. We'll see what happens down the road. But you still got to get by Hollidaysburg, and they have a nice program, as you know. So anyway, That's what's going on in Harrisburg, favorites. So nothing. I for Coatesville, they have some studs coming back. I'd love to see Coatesville win the District 1 championship and then beat St. Joe's Prep, and then it will be Coatesville, Harrisburg. How would that sound?
Interesting.
Old school state final. But yeah, I'm jumping the gun here. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll see City of Basketball Love. They cover all these basketball showcase, team events over the summer, and the transfers down here from Philadelphia Catholic League, from the public school, from the state of Delaware, right down the road here. The transfers are just all over the place here. It's unbelievable.
The City of Basketball Love. What's his name?
There's Josh Berlin is the webmaster.
Oh, okay. I thought it was there was a guy. Why can't I remember his name? He used to work for the Patriot.
I don't know, but I'll tell you, we should have a show Joey Gilloway from Inglestown Gazette. He'll tell you a lot more. Maybe we can get him in.
Joey was on here.
Yeah, we had him on.
Yeah.
He has a lot of insight. So I mean, obviously. So yeah, and so do you. So really. So yeah, that we'll see what happens. I don't know. I do want to ask you about state college football next year without Sheffy. What do you think? I've been following them on Facebook. It looks like they're still going to be solid.
Yeah, because last year what happened is, as a freshman, Sheffy was 1,000-yard rusher.
Yeah,
and he was their offense, but he spent most of last year hurt.
That's right, yeah.
And they went to a passing attack, and by the end of the year, it wasn't that bad. So I think, it hurts losing them, but I think you're going to see State College. Matt Lintel's a great coach, and I think you're going to see them come out and just be a passing team.
That's going to be a wild, in the football season, man, it goes fast in the blink of an eye. So I want to kind of relax and enjoy the summer. You and the wife going on vacation at all? You're going to take a couple weeks
My
off?
wife is already on vacation. I never go vacation. My wife's in Hawaii.
Without you?
Without me.
My wife could never do that.
Well, I told her to go.
Go to Hawaii without me, would you, honey? She's not saying it.
I told her to go because 2 reasons.
Why?
One, I'm in a wheelchair now, which would really suck traveling. And number 2, I don't like to fly. I'm not I do it when I have to, but I don't like to fly. Her son is in the Navy, and that's where he's stationed at, and she wanted to see the grandkids. So I said go. So she's away for she's already been gone a week. She's got another week to go.
Yeah,
then she'll be back.
You and Maria have been together
32 years. 32 years she's put up with me. I don't know how.
Well, George Carlin, 7 words you can't say on radio or TV, and I heard you say one. I think it was last week, Brian.
Yeah. Well, I won't do that ever because I get fired. Won't do that. I won't do that ever on chicks. But hell, this is our.
I know.
This is our streaming, so I don't give a shit.
Anyway, oh man, I was going to. Oh, let's talk about the Mifflin County Tomahawks. They played undefeated this year, right? Tell me about the league, and you
Yeah,
gave
but
them.
well, I'm not taking anything away from them. But even though it sounds like I'm going to, it was a league. They went to this Pennsylvania football league. Had only 4 teams in it.
Okay, it was hard to follow. I was trying to follow.
That's it. 4 teams.
Yeah, I saw my man Isaiah Banks was back playing. He was a Harrisburg kid.
And I agree with what Brian said that he just didn't like the way the Great Eastern Football Association was getting with the trash talking, the fighting, and everything that was going on, and he wanted to get out of it.
Now, also, the Lancaster team, remember the Mountjoy Cyclones?
Yeah, the one that you won it all the time.
Yeah, they didn't have a team this summer either. Kind of sad. Yeah.
But it was good for them to go undefeated. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I would like to see more teams in it than 4.
Maybe it will grow. It's a great opportunity. Like I'd like to see a guy, and I brought this up to his grandfather, Carl Schaefer. I'd like to see a guy like Gage Schaefer. I mean, play. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Was he all-time leading rusher?
He was until his cousin passed him, Deacon.
Okay. So, Deacon's going to
Lycoming.
Lycoming. There you go.
I think, yeah.
Wait. Or Lebanon Valley. Wait a minute. Was it Lebanon Valley or Lycoming? Oh,
he'll tell me then. I forgot. It's one of the 2.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But anyway, I gave him a post a couple of weeks ago on it. But anyway, so he had a great year. But guys, it's good. It's semi-pro. So and the Great Eastern Football Association is a tremendous league. I'd like to see some of these guys from Mifflin County. But a lot of them are playing, in the league.
Yeah.
Over the years. Timmy Beck. Yep. So Deacon Schaefer. Look this up. So yeah, he that was Deacon. So Deacon has got. Oh, there it is. Okay, Wade Curry checking in Lebanon Valley College. There you go. Thank you.
Okay, Lebanon Valley.
Yes, Wade.
Thanks, Wade.
Hope we're saying good things about you, Wade. There you go. Thank you. And I like it's what time is it now? 8:23. So we got about 5 more. I appreciate people chiming in, and anybody can ask questions out there. But I really appreciate what you do, Brian, and really enjoy the show. You want to throw anything at it? Anything else?
I have a lot of fun. I mean, it's a labor of love. I always, even though I'm doing a lot of stuff in the Sentinel Valley that's news related, I will always be a sports guy. That's never going to change. But so tell me, what do you do? I know you do PA, public address announcing, basketball, football, and stuff. What do you do in an off season like this when there is no high school going on?
Yeah, not many assignments this year. 2 of the teams I announced for in the spring, the last couple of years, the pro football team based in Millersville, the Mid-Penn or the Central Penn Hitmen, and they didn't play this year. And then Lancaster, the Red Rose Thunder, they called it. They played at McCaffrey. They moved. They stopped their program, and those people left and went to Akeem and Berks County. I didn't have any of that. I did a public address announcer at Kottmeyer Stadium down in town for the Chester County All-Star football game, and that was it was at Kottmeyer Stadium called the Valor Bowl. I did that. Big 60 shootout. Couldn't do the last one. Me and the wife were on vacation at Spookinhook. I have that coming up August 11th on a Sunday. And that is about it. I've been kind of really chilling this summer. So I'm still following a lot of stuff.
Well, that's good. Well, now you do PA football. What are you going to do at Coatesville, right?
Yeah, well, Chester High, going into my 10th season, they play Saturdays. It's hard to believe, 10th year already. Coatesville Friday nights, year number 4 for the Red Raiders. And then the basketball season, do all the home games for Strathaven High School. We have another coach, won one game last years. So hopefully we'll win more this year. We have a new coach coming in, and they've lost some kids. Strathaven's lost some kids to the private schools too, in not football but basketball. Figure that.
Basketball.
So is Chester High. A lot of kids. The Catholic schools. They love our kids here in Delco. Strathaven High School boys basketball did some girls games for them, public address. Chester Charter, we have the charter school here, and doing as many home games I can for them. And then like playoff games when I can. Anything hosted at Coatesville High School, that's a great location. I do some of their games also. So, and a couple teams in Delaware want me, but I can only do so much. But wintertime, that's when I really do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on. So, well, last year, a big story. We have a team here. Acton Middletown won the District 9 championship. This is 12U Little League, the team that can go to South Williamsport. Last year, had Media. Remember Media? They went all the way, and they went to the World Series 1 and 2. So Aston Middletown won their district. Now they go to the sections. And then you got to win the sections, and you go to the states, and you got to go to the Mid-Atlantic. It's tough to do. Really tough to do, similar to Babe Ruth. But in Babe Ruth, you can actually be like a runner-up or third-place team and still go to the Mid-Atlantic Regional, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So, but you got to try to keep me updated with this Mifflin County. I know it's a 10U Little League team, but I think they can go as far as the region, the Mid-Atlantic Regional. So a lot of travel for these parents and everything. So yeah, we're getting ready to roll. Hopefully, I join you on a show down the road. We get Mr. Gilloway in here, give us like a Mid-Penn preview, Mid-Penn Commonwealth, Mid-Penn Keystone. How's that sound for you?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, and what do you have next week on the show?
I'm going to try to get. I had Dave Hart said, he doesn't like publicity. You remember Dave Hart, state champion for Juniata. He is he's still, even though he went to Penn State, wrestled, assistant coach there. He's now involved with the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club, which is so good. They have 5 of the 6 Olympians on the Olympic team. I want him to come on and talk a little bit about the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club and this Penn State train. How long it can keep going.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's insane. But our state in wrestling, we've got to be number 1 in the country, Brian.
We are. There's no doubt.
And I know we're damn good in basketball and football. We're, even though we've lost a lot of coal and steel over the years, and we're still right up there in the top 5 in those sports. Baseball, we are tough, and we are really tough in baseball too, as you know, Brian. Very, very, very.
Yeah, this is a sports state. It is.
It's gonna, it's a cold state. Cold when you compare to these southern states. These kids can play a little bit more outside.
Yeah,
but we do. We just got a lot of blue collar in us, the steel and the coal, and down here, here in Delaware, a lot of factory jobs. So. Yeah, Dave Hart, he was the coach of the 2002 Juniata team, won the state championship, right?
That's his brother, Bob.
What's that?
His brother, Bob, was the coach.
Brother Bob, okay. So,
yeah.
All right, so that was my first year, 2003. That was 2003.
Yeah.
Real, that was great stuff right there. So
yeah, I wrote a tribute recently. Their father, Ron, who coached Juniata wrestling from 68 to 88, passed away.
Oh, man. Wow. True, a lot of history in Juniata. That was a heck of a run for that softball team, and hopefully you guys, keep up the good work. And Kenny does an awesome job with hometown sports, with not only Mifflin County, Juniata County, but Center County, and he does all those articles himself.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it, man. That's a lot of work.
It is. So, well, thanks for getting me on the show here tonight. And
hey, anytime, Burman.
Hopefully down the road, maybe in August sometime we'll get on, and I'd like to have Joey Gilloway on the show because he can add a lot to the program, Linglestown Gazette.
Sounds good. We'll talk Mid-Penn football.
Oh, it'll be here before you know, and then maybe deeper in the Harrisburg situation, the transfers, and maybe some other things with the Cougars.
Sounds good.
All right, Brian. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you, buddy.
All right. Appreciate it. My honey says hi to everybody up there, and we'll see you next. Thank you very much.
Yep. Thanks, Dave.
You got it.
All
brother.
right. That's going to wrap it up for us. You've been listening to the Press Box. I'd like to thank my guest, Dave Burman, the Burminator. Had a good show tonight. Talked a lot of different things. We appreciate all of you coming on and listening to us. And we will be back again next week with another show. And hopefully Kenny's here with me. All right. That's going to wrap it up. For Dave Burman, I'm Brian Carson. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Have a great rest of your week. Good night.